Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Ready.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Kill. Hey, stand up. Ready.
This is Mostert. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Now
a play fake, and here's Locke. Big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw it is Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Buying time to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Check 45 to Mike. Wild Bill.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys, because you a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Herbert. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
Topper! Hey, seam 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Bravo! Ready?
Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw going to be caught by Hamilton. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, lock it.
Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Locke to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep them.
That's caught inside the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Locke gets this to Hamilton, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Locke now to throw, finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those. Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away, whatever you get.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year is
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Looking to throw. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is first and goal from about the 8. Here's Locke. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Shaq Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he stopped immediately there. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is taken at the 18. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Block off of play action. This is caught. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The kick by McManus is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw on second down. Herbert. It's complete to Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Mostert. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 78 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, if I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Locke now. Still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey. Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Room to run inside the 40. He'll get this one to Patrick. And down right around the 37. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
15, got it.
4 down. Check, check.
Hey, Haywood.
Fires the mic. Let him know, let him know.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. Operating from the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's Mostert. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
You got him. You got him.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Let's go.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
On 1st down, Herbert going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. And they'll get get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
Look at me. Go. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert flushed out right. It's Hill, complete. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield back quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
To throw again. Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Come on, set. 10 over. Hey, C6. C6. 2.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
50, plant. We go. 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that...
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. Getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Let's go. 94.
Brings up second down at the 28-yard line.
Go. Jackrabbit. Come on. Get.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now to the air. Rock. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Herbert. And Diggs has it. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 out, Lord. 5.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. As a big-time